In this video, I'm going to show you how to tweak the settings for CamStudio, which is the free screen capture recording software that I recommended to you earlier, and I showed you where to download it. And I just love screen capture software because what it allows me to do is get video out even though I don't want to be on camera. I'm very much an introvert. I'm actually a copywriter in a former life, and I just don't like appearing on video. But as we all know, we can't really afford to ignore video. So what screen capture software does is it allows me to get videos out, but I don't have to appear on camera. It's great. So anyway, the first thing you want to do is go into Options and then select Video Options. Make sure you can see this. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is choose your compressor. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of different codecs in here that I've downloaded. I have the TechSmith screen capture codec. I have a DivX codec. Now, if you have a PC, you automatically have the Microsoft Video 1 codec that comes with your PC, and you can use that for your videos, your screen capture videos. My understanding, though, is that it produces really bloated file sizes. Your video file size will be very large. So I prefer to go with the CamStudio lossless codec. It provides a very good quality video. You want to set your quality to 100 and set your keyframes to about every 30 frames. Then make sure that your frame rates are set to capture frames at every 50 milliseconds and your playback rate is set to 20 frames per second. Now, I'm not a techie, but my understanding is that what that does is make sure you have smooth transitions for any movement in your video, like your mouse here. Okay, see my mouse is moving, it's not choppy and it doesn't skip over. It provides, very good movement. And if your auto adjust option is selected, make sure to deselect it. You don't want that selected. So then click OK. The next thing that you want to do is you want to select record audio from microphone. You do not want to select record audio from speakers because your audio quality will be just terrible. Make sure that you have it set to record audio from a microphone, and hopefully you have a microphone. If you don't, that would be the one expense that you would need to go out and get. Then select audio options and make sure that you select audio options for microphone. Now make sure that your audio capture device is selected correctly, and this is my Logitech microphone that I'm using right now. Then go in and make sure that your volume controls are set to where they should be. I will tell you that the first time that I did a screen capture video, the video portion turned out great, but the audio was just horrendous. It was really bad. And I couldn't figure out what it was because it wasn't just a low audio, it was very choppy and had a lot of interference. So what I did was I selected Options and then Properties. And then I selected my microphone, and then of course we are recording, and for capture, click OK. And then as you can see, what I did is I bumped up the volume almost all the way, and that solved my problem. And I'm not really sure why, because again, it wasn't just a volume issue, there was interference, but that solved the problem. So the first time that you do a video, you might have to tweak the settings, but just kind of play around with it, and you'll get it fixed, and you'll have great video. Make sure that your recording format is set to 22.5 kilohertz, stereo 16-bit. Make sure that your compressed format is set to PCM, and that will change your attributes to 16-bit stereo, 22.5 kilohertz, or 0.05, I guess. And then leave all of this as you see it here, and click OK. Now, as you can see here, you have Enable Auto Pan or Auto Pan Speed. Select Auto Pan Speed, and then you want to have that set to about 100 or 99. Okay, that's where you want it at. Select OK. And then the other thing that you might want to know about is your cursor options. As you can see, the cursor option is I have a yellow circle around my cursor so that you can follow that. So what you do is you just select Highlight Cursor, select the size, the shape, and the color, and click OK. And it's great to have your cursor highlighted for tutorials. And if you ever wondered how people are able to do that, that's how you do that. Okay, the next thing that you want to do is select region. Now, as you can see, you can select full screen so that if you do want to record your complete screen, you can do that. However, for most of my screen captures, I select a fixed region. Okay, now for the fixed region, you have some options on different sizes. Okay, as you can see, I have here 640 by 480. That is typically the size that I use. However, you can go as small as 480 by 360, and I think that was a YouTube default for the video to get really good YouTube quality. And I know that when I did a search recently, when I was playing with this and learning how to use this, YouTube did tell me to submit my videos as 640 by 480. So that's what I'm doing, and that's the size I've been using for all of my screen capture videos. And you can go as large as 800 by 600. And then make sure that your drag corners to pan is selected. And if I didn't mention it earlier, there is a video on YouTube that I know of that will give you more details. It will give you go over these settings again, because I think they're exactly the same, but the gentleman who did the video, what he did is he gives you a little bit more of a technical explanation. As you can tell, I'm not very techy. I'm just really good at following directions. So, and that is how you do that. So you're pretty much done with your settings for CamStudio. You should be able to produce great quality now. Great quality videos. Now, the only other thing that you need to be aware of is, as you know, in different video editing software, or I'm sorry, not video editing, but recording software like Camtasia, you can zoom in on a screen or zoom out, and you can do the same thing without paying the price tag of Camtasia. And there's a couple ways to do it. There's one where you can pay for it, and there's one that's completely free. You have an option. If you want to, for example, I use Sony Vegas editor for my video editing, which I really don't use that much because I really don't know how to use it. And you can also purchase a Microsoft mouse that allows you, that has a zoom feature. It has a little button on it, and then if you hold the button and you use your wheel, you can zoom in and out. There is a free way to do it. And just so you know, I think that I was told, I think it was Josh Anderson on the Warrior Forum, talked about the, he said that that mouse is around between $20 and $50. So if you add the mouse plus Sony Vegas, that's anywhere between $70 to $100, which is still a lot less than Camtasia's price of $300. But I figured out a free way to do it. If you use if you use Firefox, there is a way to do this for free. Okay? If you don't, I would recommend downloading it. And don't download Firefox 4. It has to be, because it's not compatible with 4 yet. It's 3.6 and below. But if you go to Google and you type in Firefox mouse zoom and then select the first option that comes up, you'll come to the add-on for Firefox to zoom in and out. Download and then install it. And then what that allows you to do is, if you right-click and then hold down, and when you do that, if you spin your wheel, now it's not wanting to do it. Okay, here we go. You can zoom out or you can zoom in by spinning your wheel opposite directions, so that you can get the magnification that you need without spending any money. And it's a really great way to do that. And the reason that it's a really great solution, completely free. And the reason that is important is because when you have your screen or your size of your video set to 640 by 480, when I was showing you the Google screen earlier, it would be too large, and some of it would be cut off of the screen like that. And that is something that you would see, and that just drove me nuts. So I figured out a way to do this, and when I zoom out to about 90%, now I can't get it. I was at 90. Okay, there we go. Now you can see Google centered correctly so that you can see the whole screen. And that's why that is important. Okay? So I hope that helps. And that's how you tweak CamStudio. So I hope that helps, and we'll get on to the next video.